Welcome back to Idiots with Pipes. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeremiah. Today we are going to try a couple of different Horse Soldier bourbons.
And we're going to be pairing it with one of the coolest pipe tobacco names and three of my favorite things, whiskey, biscuit, gravy.
Today we are going to try a couple of different Horse Soldier bourbons. First one we have is the straight bourbon whiskey coming in at 87 proof. The second one we've got is the small batch at 95 proof. And then the third one is going to be their barrel strength at 120.5 proof. So first one we've got lined up, compliments of my friend Scott here, is going to be the straight bourbon whiskey at 87 proof, and I'm assuming you like it because it's
Mostly
down
gone.
a good bit.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Gone.
It is good.
I haven't tried this one before, so I'm kind of excited here. See what you got.
It's pretty good.
That's good. That is really good. And that's their entry level. So, cool little story about Horse Soldier is when 9/11 happened, the World Trade Center was hit. A few days after, the U.S. deployed a team of 12 Green Berets overseas, and they were riding on horseback. So that's kind of, they got the name Horse Soldier.
They made a movie about
They did
that.
make a movie,
okay.
yeah, 12 strong. Only 6 of the guys made it back, and they ended up starting a distillery, Horse Soldier Bourbon. One cool thing they do is they use the metal from the World Trade Center to make the mold from 4 of their bottles. So every single bottle of theirs has touched the World Trade Center, which is kind of neat.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah. Okay. I see you've got, so I brought the middle one here, but I see you brought this one, and I see it's been signed. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, when you know people, cool things happen, you know. No, actually, so the guy that signed that one lives fairly close to where we are, and he was speaking at a local restaurant, and I tried really hard to get tickets. However, I think I was 3 minutes past the opening time, and they were already sold out.
Really?
But what was cool is that, so while I was on a waiting list, didn't get in to actually hear him talk. He did sign a bunch of bottles while he was there, and they sold a bunch of bottles after, which was cool, at cost. So it's pretty cool. You know, it's signed. It's very special. Not a lot of those floating around, you know.
So there is one of the guys used to live local to Pensacola here, and he would go around into stores and actually see the bottles from time to time. He would pick them up off the shelf and sign them and put them back.
Will Summers is the guy who actually signed mine. Probably not the same guy. He's a highly coveted, sought after signature.
Okay, all right.
One-upper. Oh.
I know one of the guys actually, he was in a store and he was pulling the bottles off, signing them, and one of the employees didn't know who he was or what he was doing, and they're like, "Hey man, you can't just start writing on our bottles." And he's like, "No, these are mine." He's like, "No, you haven't paid for them. You can't just start writing on our bottles." And he didn't realize that was the guy that owns the distillery. So what did you bring us? What am I smoking here, Scott? You said whiskey, biscuit gravy?
3 awesome things. So there's a smaller blender, that you could say, called Just For Him.
Okay.
And so they put out some pretty decent blends. I've tried a couple of their aromatics. This one here is a Cavendish Latakia. As you know, I'm a little bit of a Latakia fiend. I like a Latakia.
I like a little Latakia.
Yeah, we've done this before. Okay.
Little Latakia. I think that's how you say it correctly.
So
I've used Google since then.
So I tried it out, ordered it. It's actually really good. It's one of the few things my wife has come in and go, that smells pretty good.
She also likes whiskey, biscuits, and gravy?
She does.
Who doesn't, you know?
Right.
And a cool thing about this is these guys are soldiers, the military uses the phonetic
Oh,
alphabet.
yeah, whiskey, yeah.
So does this. I mean, Alpha, Biscuits, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Gravy, and so on until you get to whiskey.
It's probably
That's,
close.
I'm pretty sure that's
I,
that's pretty awesome.
I think it's, yeah.
So it
Okay.
kind of goes along with that. And
Sure,
you know what else
yeah.
goes along with it is this sweet Bullets tamper that I recently acquired, also from your cellar.
Thought it looked familiar. Yep.
Goes along with the whole theme here, the whole military theme. I like it.
So what do you think about tobacco? I mean, it's definitely got some vanilla case or toppings.
You taste vanilla in everything.
Well,
Except
because
for that apricots and cream.
there was no vanilla in that one.
No, there's no vanilla.
But this is, I mean, I enjoy it. It's got one of the things that really turned me on to it was I read a lot of reviews about people looking for aromatics that have taste. That's when I discovered it. It's like, well, I'm going to try it just because of the name alone. But to me, it's unlike a lot of aromatics that are just hot air. I think that a lot of Kia really does add a little bit of taste to it.
I do get a little Latakia, but it's not overbearing because I'm not a huge Latakia guy. I like a little bit from time to time, but I don't like a ton of it. And this is to me, this is really good. And I do taste vanilla in there. I don't taste any whiskey,
No.
any biscuits, or any gravy. Like I was expecting breakfast. You know, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't get any of that.
I was a little disappointed because there's not a lot of vanilla in biscuits and gravy. At least not in my biscuits and gravy. But maybe it's the bourbon vanilla as a whiskey part. That's what it is. Speaking of bourbon, this is good.
I'm curious what when we try the second tier here, what the difference is going to be. Oh, you ready for the second tier?
Let's do it.
Do it up. I'll catch up here in a second.
So now we got this second tier poured. I noticed you got a nice new pipe there.
Yeah, thanks, man. I got this as a Father's Day gift from the wife and kids. This is a Morgan Bones Mini-Churchwarden and Billiard. And I am absolutely loving this thing, man. I love the stem, the marble color of the stem, the way it changes. And the bowl is already starting to get, it's like starting to absorb the oils out of the skin a little bit and change colors.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this thing. It smokes great, too. So, and I see you have something I've never noticed before.
This is true. So my wife and kids also got me a new pipe for Father's Day.
Can we just take a second and realize how awesome
We do.
our wives and kids
We
are?
appreciate you for watching this video, wives.
Even though you're probably not. We still appreciate
Probably. But we appreciate you. Yeah, so this is a Nording, which I've actually really been wanting to get for a while, just a Nording pipe in general, because I have this nice Nording bobblehead behind me, but never had a Nording pipe to put in it. So you will see a slight change in the background decor in future videos as I add my Nording to the bobblehead. So, second tier bourbon horse soldier.
Yeah, let's see what you think here.
Is that vanilla?
Tier 2. Is that apricots? To me, now this one I've had, and to me this has a little bit more of a smoky flavor.
Yeah.
It slightly reminded me of Scotch, very slightly, when I had it the first time.
You can tell it's a little bit nicer. It's a little smoother. Because that's my main classification of
It is
nicer.
smooth.
It's smoother. The first one was not bad, but it did have a little bite in it. But this is a lot smoother. This is good. I'm going to say it's probably got about as much Scotch taste as that Kentucky Owl. Maybe more.
Actually, I thought of this when we were trying the Kentucky Owl.
All right, so I really enjoyed the second tier. I mean, that was a lot smoother than the first one.
It was good, man. So let's get into this third one. And see
Hey,
what,
hold on there, Chief.
What?
Hold on there,
What do you mean, hold
Kimosabe. That is a special possession, my prized possession, okay? I went through great lengths of waiting to get in to see him that I didn't see him, and he signed it. I wasn't there to see it
You don't even
or
know
meet him.
for sure if this is his signature.
They told me it was.
Okay. Well, I got another bottle that I'll tell you is his signature as well. And I will sell that to you.
Tobacco, what do you think?
I think
Now, we have
Taste.
actually relit multiple times. It is a little moist, so maybe a little dry time may have been a little helpful. As far as flavor and taste, what do you think?
It's a good flavor, good taste. Definitely 0 whiskey, 0 biscuit, and 0 gravy in this thing. So that was a little disappointing. I was expecting brunch in a bowl, basically. Got let down.
But still, one of the coolest names out there. And just for him, a good blender, worth checking out. But I enjoy it, mostly because my wife likes it too. So I'll continue to buy it. Just because. Happy wife, happy life, more pipes.
More pipes. More pipes on Father's Day. So out of these 3 or 2 bourbon, Scott, what is your favorite?
I really like the middle tier. I think it was smoother, had a little, maybe less bite, I guess you could say. But I really enjoyed that a lot more. Thought it was a lot better.
I really think I'm going to enjoy the 3rd tier, as in the top tier, the most, the platinum over here. But, we'll never know. What do we know?
We're just idiots.
With pipes.